Good evening. My name is Adam Bunting. I am principal of CVU High School, and it is my distinct pleasure to welcome the class of 2025, our quarter-century class, and our future Red Hawks to CVU tonight. Before we get too far, I do want to say a couple of things. First of all, a thank you to the folks who made tonight possible. Catherine Riley, our core director, Gary Lambert, Ken Hypes, who are doing all of our technical work this evening, and of course, our student council. So our goal tonight is to give you an orientation to CVU. You'll see that we have a chat function available for you to input some questions. And I don't want you to, we definitely want to hear your questions, but I don't want you to worry about that too much. The goal tonight shouldn't be to figure out everything about CVU. We want you to get a feel for our community, to observe the people, and to get excited about what's coming up. Normally on 8th grade parent night, I spend some time talking about nervousness and discomfort, that sense and the butterflies that we have in our stomach right before we enter a transition in our lives. And normally I'd be encouraging you to embrace those feelings of nervousness, to remind you that so many of the good things in our life come from pushing ourselves, come from entering those transitions and being a little bit scared when we do so. Tonight I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to just give you one message, and that is, congratulations. You have an incredible head start on your high school journey. I know you may not feel that way right now, but let me illustrate my point. So when I was in high school, my dad gave me a piece of advice. I think I was struggling with a friend and a trust issue, and he said this to me. He said, when you've met someone for about 6 minutes, you can kind of predict what they're going to do in the next 6 minutes. When you've known someone for a week, you might be able to predict what they're going to do for the next week, but not so far beyond that. If you've known someone 6 months, if you've known someone a year, you might be able to predict what they're going to do in that next year. The reason I share that piece of advice with you and tie it to a congratulations is this. You have such a head start on your journey, because one of the greatest challenges of being an adolescent in this march that you're on towards independence, really towards interdependence, where people can rely on you and you can rely on them, it's this development of a new self. And one of the hard parts about that is you don't know yourself well enough necessarily to even predict how you're going to react to some of the ups and downs, to some of the struggles, to some of the challenges. That's one of the fun things about working with adolescents, but it's also one of the things that's just really hard about being an adolescent. We think about some of the struggles that we encounter, and when you're an adult, you've been through some of those struggles before, so you can confidently say, yeah, I've been through that, I can get through it again. When you're an adolescent, you're not entirely sure. But that's where the incredible advantage that you have lies in comparison to some of the classes that have come before you. Think about it. You are here tonight. You have made it through a pandemic. You have made it through incredible political upheaval. And you are here. And I don't care how, in that process over the past year, you may have had some real ups and downs. It may have gotten really ugly for you, right? There may have been times where you were just angry or you're sad or you're sullen. Maybe you didn't feel anything at all. I'm sure there are real moments of joy too. But you're here. You're ready for this transition, and you can predict how you're going to meet your ups and downs. You're going to be successful, and you can trust yourself. Just pause for a second and feel that confidence. You're ready for this. Here's the other promise that I want to make to you tonight. No matter what happens over these next few years, what happens in this journey that you're on, you have people who have got your back. There are nearly 200 adults in this building whose sole focus it is to make sure that you have a meaningful high school experience. This building might seem big to you. It might seem like there are a lot of students. But you can also think about it this way. You've got nearly 1,300 students who are going through that journey with you, who are out there with the same mission that you have, our school's vision that says, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and take care of the place. So we're going to answer some questions for you tonight. We're hopefully going to give you an orientation on what CVU is all about. But first and foremost, relax, enjoy it, you're ready. And in that spirit of celebration, and in the spirit of this Black History Month, also a celebration of perseverance, I want to welcome Elise Martin-Smith to read us some poetry this evening. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Elise Martin-Smith, and I am currently a senior at CVU, and I am so excited to celebrate Black History Month with you all. I would like to read this poem by Amanda Gorman, who was our inaugural poet this year, and this poem is entitled The Miracle of Mourning, and it really talks about the pandemic and the struggles that people endure. And so I would like to celebrate art and Black history today by reading this poem. The Miracle of Mourning. I thought that I'd awaken in a world in mourning. Heavy clouds crowding, a society storming. But there's something different on this golden morning. Something magical in the sunlight, wide and warming. I see a dad with a stroller taking a jog. Across the street, a bright-eyed girl chases her dog. A grandma on her porch touches her rosary. She grins at her young neighbor who brings in her groceries. While we might feel small, separate, and all alone, our people have never been more closely tethered. The question isn't whether we can weather this unknown, but how we will weather this unknown together. So on this meaningful morn, we mourn and we mend. Like light, we can't be broken, even when we bend. As one, we will defeat both despair and disease. We stand with healthcare heroes and all employees, with families, libraries, waiters, schools, artists. Businesses, restaurants, and hospitals hit hardest. We ignite not in the light, but in lack thereof, for it is in loss that we truly learn to love. In this chaos, we will discover clarity. In suffering, we must find solidarity. For it's our grief that gives us our gratitude, shows us how to find hope if we ever lose it. So ensure that this ache wasn't endured in vain. Do not ignore the pain. Give it purpose. Use it. Read children's books. Dance alone to DJ music. Know that this distance will make our hearts grow fonder. From these waves of our woes, our world will emerge stronger. We'll observe how the burdens braved by humankind are also the moments that make us humans kind. Let each morning find us courageous, brought closer. Heeding the light before we fight is over. When this ends, we'll smile sweetly, finally seeing, in testing times, we became the best of beings. Thank you.
On this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Henry Bajor, and I'm one of the student body presidents this year. 4 years ago, I was coming from Charlotte Central School, having spent preschool all the way to 8th grade there. I, like many of you, was definitely ready to move on to CVU. I have an older brother, so I knew a little bit about what to expect, but even still, I was pleasantly surprised by a couple of things when I got here. I remember being a little overwhelmed coming from a class of about 50 kids into a class of more than 300, but from day one in the Corps, there was constant support in helping me get settled and starting to figure everything out. If you show up with an open mind, you'll find that there are plenty of chances to try new things and plenty of people looking to help you out. Just as a quick example, In my 9th grade year, I discovered that CVU has a full green screen setup, and for a French project, a couple of my friends in the class and I made a 45 or so minute movie, which we then presented in the auditorium for around 50 kids. We had help from our teacher, the tech guys, and I can't say there was any comprehensible French or a plot that even began to make sense, but acting and editing a movie was something I had never done before, and overall is probably one of my most memorable times thus far at school. But whatever it is, whether you want to make a movie, join a club, maybe you're looking to try out for a sports team, there's always someone there to support you. There's always someone looking to help you get out of your high school experience what you put in. So tonight, we're going to do our best to show what some of that support looks like and to give you a taste of some of the many opportunities you'll have here at CVU. Obviously, we can't be in person, so you won't get to see what everyone from the other towns looks like, but there'll be plenty of time for that next year. So members of the Student Council worked really hard to answer some of the questions you all asked and to prepare a virtual tour, which we have up next. We've got some good stuff for you tonight, and I hope you enjoy.
Incoming 9th graders, we are so excited to show you around CVU and the places that you will frequent while you are here. On behalf of Student Council, we wanted to share what CVU is like. CVU is a great place where you can learn, make new friends, and learn about yourself. And so, we want to show you around the main office, library, cafeteria, the 9th grade cores, and the direction and learning centers. See you soon, future Red Hawks. When you first enter CVU, you will encounter our great campus supervisors who will always greet you with a smile. We are now in the lobby of CVU. Next to the lobby, we have our gym behind us and many different common space seating areas where you can sit and do work. If you enter CVU, you can go visit the main office and see Adam Bunting, Jackie, and a bunch of other people who will help you with your CVU journey.
Welcome to CVU's Direction Center. Here in the Direction Center, you can find many of the amazing adults that make up CVU. The Direction Center houses all of our house counselors who will help you with little things like scheduling your classes, on to bigger things like helping you get into college. In the Direction Center, we also have Susie Moakley in charge of flexible pathways. If you're interested in going to one of our 2 amazing tech programs, she's the person you want to talk to. Also in the Direction Center, we have people like Matt Meunier and Vanessa Harmon who will help you with problems you're facing inside and outside of CVU to help you be the healthiest and happiest student you can be.
Right through 4 corners, you will find the library. This is the front desk where you will check out any books. We also have Christina Deely and Peter Langella here, which are 2 incredibly helpful resources for all things media and literary related. Throughout the rest of the library, there's lots of seating and books, making this the perfect place for any research or a free block. Throughout the end of the library, we have group project rooms for any projects you might have throughout your 9th grade year. And over in the corner is the IT room, where you will go if you have any Chromebook issues.
Hey, so we're here in the Learning Center. My name is Sabina Brochu and I'm a junior at CVU. I personally have used the Learning Center this year to come and get help for my AP Calculus class, but that's not their only specialty. They have awesome tutors and people here to help you with any of your classes. It's also a great place to come and study if you're looking for a quiet space. There's great people like Ron here.
Greetings. Welcome to CVU and particularly to the Learning Center. We're looking forward to seeing you in here often, any free block. If you do your homework here, it's no longer homework. It's done work, and we're happy to help you do that. So come on by. Thanks.
Nailed that. morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good. How about you?
Good, thanks.
The cafeteria is a great place if you're hungry for breakfast, snack, or lunch. They also have a coffee bar in the morning for those of you who need an extra boost. I'm here with Leo, who's the head of the cafeteria. What's your favorite thing to make for kids?
Wow. Well, right now we're in a different time. We're in the COVID, so our different options are a little limited right now. But during normal time, I've got a great staff that makes all kinds of different things. I like the staff to make whatever is popular for the students. So right now, Asian chicken, things like that, design your own burrito bar. Those are the popular items.
What's your favorite thing to eat?
Myself, I'm a vegetarian. So when we have the design your own faux bar and things like that, those are the type of things that I like. We have a lot of different options for whatever students like.
Thank you so much, Leo.
You're
You heard
welcome.
it here first, guys. Cafeteria is an awesome place if you're ever hungry. Check it out.
Hi, my name's Grace,
And I'm Maya.
and welcome to our tour of the course. Back there is the lockers where you're going to put all of your possessions when you're not in class.
To my left are the 4 classrooms: humanities, health, science, and math. You will spend the majority of your time in these classes.
Right here is the fishbowl. This is where the teachers are going to spend all of their time when they're not teaching a class or helping a student.
Up in front is the house main office where you will find the administrative assistant. Here you can come for help if you need anything other than what the teachers can provide.
Thanks for coming on our tour. Now let's hear some words from the teachers.
Hey all, my name is Russ Aceto. I am the Fairbanks House Counselor. I work very closely with the Fairbanks core team of teachers, work very closely with my 9th grade students. I will follow my 9th grade students throughout their high school experience, and each house counselor does the same. One weird fact about myself is my daughter and I share a collection of 40 plus tarantulas and other arachnids.
Hola, bonjour, sawete, hello. My name is Leanne Morton, and I'm representing the World Language Department. CVU proudly boasts 3 languages: French, Spanish, and Latin. All 3 of those languages are available to your students to take for 4 years, all the way through the 5th level. CVU's World Language Department works on developing the skills of reading, writing, speaking, and listening in the target language. Our goal is to create students who appreciate different perspectives, culture, and language. We're working to create global citizens here at CVU. We have historically worked with students to get them to have an appreciation for the language. This has been done through media, literature, travel, and bringing in native speakers as often as possible. We've also had the opportunity to travel around the world. CVU has gone to Montreal, Quebec, France, the Dominican Republic, and Italy. And like all of you, we're looking for those travel opportunities to happen again soon when our world is safe. CVU teachers are available on the website if you have questions about what our program offers and what levels your students should be placed in. The middle school teachers will also work with your students, placing them appropriately. CVU students, as they enter CVU, are encouraged to continue the language that they were taking in the middle school, but there's also the opportunity to add a language. The core program and our essential arts and the World Language Department offer the opportunities for students to take everything. So we look forward to working with your students this fall, and we hope that they continue studying a world language. Thank you.
Welcome, 9th graders. My name is Anthony. I also go by Spags here inside of the building. It's my 5th year inside of the Corps, and I'll be one of your wellness teachers. In the wellness program, we have 2 courses for the price of 1. The first one, Project Adventure, takes place inside of the gym, and we're going to work on skills such as team building, community building, and risk-taking. And we do this through a series of games and activities that are a lot of fun. The second piece of this course is called Personal Health, where we work on your skills as a problem solver in the world of making healthy choices. These topics that we're going to dive into include things such as drugs and alcohol, sex ed, stress management, and mental health. One cool fact about me, oh boy. I don't think I have a lot of cool facts. I used to do some sports radio, used to DJ. I also have a little 2-year-old puppy who's a lot cuter than I am and has a lot more hair. But I'm looking forward to seeing everybody next year and getting started with your high school career.
Hi, my name is Hannah Carey, and I am the math teacher in the Snelling Corps. In all of the corps, there are 2 math offerings, Math 1 and Math 2, both of which have an integrated curriculum involving algebra and geometry. This allows students to make some really good connections between those 2 ideas instead of having 2 separate classes about them. This allows us to get more practice in algebra as well as involve some more relevancy with the geometry concepts. This will allow your students to be really successful in the following years. In addition to math, I also love working with my 5 other teachers in the Corps. It gives us this really great opportunity to get to know your students so well because we see them from various perspectives. The connections we get to make with them are really strong, and so by the time they leave, which is always a sad day, they're going to be really successful with their next 3 years here at CVU. I also, lastly, love spreadsheets because spreadsheets are so practical and useful, and I think that everybody should learn how to do those.
Hi, I'm Katie Antos Ketchum, and I'm one of the humanities teachers in the Fairbanks Corps.
Hi, I'm Garrett McCurtain, and I'm one of the humanities teachers in the Nichols Corps, and I go by Garrett. And humanities is a co-taught class, English and Social Studies, and there's 4 different teams here at CVU, and we pretty much all look at the world with the same perspective. It is really a focus on the global world and how people interact with one another. And we really focus on the essential skills of communication, which really is critical reading, writing, and public speaking.
So Garrett mentioned that we focus a lot on skills, and the way we do that is by teaching content. So it doesn't matter what corps you're in, we will have units for you where we'll learn about the government, world religions, and we also will read literature and talk about identity. We'll study some human rights issues, we'll also build our media literacy skills, and we all have a unit called the Human Impact Project too, which allows students to pick a topic, a problem in the world, could be local, national, or global, that they really care about. They'll learn about it and eventually take action on it too, because we believe one person really can make a difference. All right, Garrett, that's enough about humanities. What's your favorite thing about teaching at CVU and working with students?
Well, besides working in the classroom, my favorite thing is international travel. And I've taken kids to Europe, I've taken kids to China. I just love exposing the world to students at all those different levels. And Katie, what would you say?
Well, I do really like teaching and being in the classroom with students and being in a corps. It's a lot like a family. But I also am the advisor for the Environmental Action Club, and that's been really fun too.
Hi, I'm Greg Conk. I'm a Corps special educator here in the 9th grade Fairbanks Corps. We have a very inclusive model here, which means that we see students in all the classes. We do co-planning with teachers, and we coordinate services that are delivered by a special educator in and out of class, depending on the student's needs. We work very closely with the teachers. We all have a common planning time, which allows for differentiation and access for us to implement accommodations. We case manage students on IEPs and 504s, and we are an important part of the EST team as we help make accommodations for students on all sorts of plans. But really, we're a full member of the core team, and we work together to implement and support students in all environments with all of their different learning needs. Some things I really enjoy about the core program are the first couple weeks within the 9th grade year, where we really get to know the students and put them at ease in this family environment.
Hi, I'm Andrea Bemke, the science teacher in Chittenden Corps. I'm here to tell you a little bit about the Integrated Environmental Science program. It really focuses on the environment and human activity on the environment, but the integrated part really looks at the blending between earth science, biology, chemistry, and physics, which is great because you'll leave science having a taste of all the sciences. We do focus very heavily on hands-on activities and skills that scientists use every day. The great thing about teaching in the Corps is that I get to be a part of your introduction to the CVU community. And that is something that we really focus on in Chittenden Corps and in all the corps, is being part of a community and knowing that you have a group of teachers here to support you as you begin your high school career.
Hi, I'm Mr. Brownell, and I'm the chorus teacher here at CVU. And we, the arts faculty, want to invite all of you to join our community of artists next year as 9th graders here at CVU. It's been a tough year for all of us, but the friendships that have grown out of our arts classrooms have made all the difference in the lives of our students. And next year, you have the opportunity to take 2 credits of arts electives. That's up to 4 semester-long classes, including chorus, concert band, visual arts, theater arts, media education, business, design and engineering technology, and family and consumer science. Now, some students choose to take 1 elective as a world language or a free block, but this is not required. And remember, with each year in high school, you have more and more opportunities for electives. So it's important as a freshman to get a head start in the arts. So next year, choose to make memories, make friends, and join the arts family here at CVU.
Hey everybody, my name's Shane Skiff, and I am also a student body co-president here at CVU. Up next, we have some student council members answering some questions that all you 8th graders asked. If you have any questions that aren't answered in the video, feel free to throw them in the chat, and Adam and I will answer them when the video is over. Enjoy.
Hi all, I'm Aiden from Student Council. I am a junior at CVU. And I heard that you guys were wondering about advisories. So advisories at CVU consist of 1 adult and 12 kids at CVU. And there's about 3 kids from each grade. That can kind of vary sometimes. Anyways, so advisory, like the point of advisory is basically kind of like a home base for you at CVU. And you get to go to this place each and every day, meet with the same people each and every day, and kind of develop like a little family at CVU. And I personally really like advisory at CVU. And my advisor, Ben Epstein, he's a really fun person to talk to and a really caring all-around person in general. And he really cares for my advisory. And I feel like you develop a close connection with your advisor. And as well, you can also develop personal connections with the people in your advisory as well. Like I know I still have conversations about anything really with other people in my advisory. Like we'll talk about maybe lettuce for like an hour straight. I think it's amazing. But yeah, that's basically the whole gist of advisory per se. Yeah, I think it will help you guys develop just a close connection with the people at CVU. And yeah, say bye. Bye.
Hi everyone, my name is Aiden Devine. I'm a junior and I'm in Fairbanks House, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about the cafeteria and the meals at CVU and what to expect. Essentially, lunch block is typically with your 3rd block class and happens during 3rd block. And the cafeteria and the space outside the cafeteria and tables in the entryway are all different places where you can eat your food. There's really a lot of options for where you can eat your lunch. There's lots of different dietary options at the CVU cafeteria, especially vegetarian options on Meatless Monday. And the staff there is very welcoming and very open to accommodating different dietary needs. A few meals that I really like, a classic chicken patty, always great, and the taco bar, which is one of the unique places inside the cafeteria that is available. There's the taco bar, there's the salad bar, the fridge with drinks and meals, the ice cream machine, which is a fan favorite throughout the school. A few lunches that I had, my first lunches as a 9th grader. I didn't know anyone there and I didn't know where to go, but I soon found a place to eat lunch and I had a great time.
Hi, my name is Elise Martin-Smith and I am a senior at CVU. My question is, how can you make an impact at CVU? And this is really important to me because I feel like you can make an impact more than just with the CVU community, but also the surrounding community, because you're taught to advocate for yourself and how to advocate for others. The way that I was able to do that in my experience at CVU was by advocating to raise the Black Lives Matter flag at our school, by going to the school board, starting a petition, and in my involvement within the Racial Alliance Committee at CVU, which empowered me to be able to be a part of this movement. And we were able to raise the Black Lives Matter flag at our school, which was a momentous occasion led by students. And so students have a lot of power. And some other things that I've been a part of are policy changes regarding the bullying, harassment, and hazing policy because of the Social Justice Alliance. I've also been a part of many faculty trainings and student trainings about racial justice. I've also gotten the opportunity to go to many conferences around the state because there are a lot of different ways to share your voice at CVU. So I think that there are so many different ways to make an impact, and I'm really excited to see how incoming ninth graders can make an impact in their journey.
Hey guys, my name's Grace Thompson. I'm 15 and I'm in Chittenden Core at CVU. A lot of you guys were asking where the nurse's office at CVU is. The answer is it's on the first floor. You take a left when coming into the four corners. It's near the end of the hall on the right. The nurse's office, for those asking, does have a private bathroom, and a lot of people like to go there to hang out in their free time.
Hey everyone, my name's Henry. I'm from Charlotte. I'm a senior, but when I was a ninth grader, I was in Chittenden House. Tonight, I'll be talking a little bit about clubs here at CVU. So just to name a few, Fly Fishing Club, RoboHawks, Shred Hawks, Racial Alliance Committee, Debate, Mountain Bike Club. Anyway, there's a lot of clubs here at CVU. If any of those that I just said sounded interesting to you, all you have to do to join is find out when they're meeting and show up. Maybe bring a friend, maybe not, but ninth graders can join pretty much any club. And if there's a club that you want to join that doesn't exist, it's pretty easy to create one. All you have to do is get a faculty that'd be willing to be the club advisor. One of the clubs that I'm in is Student Council, which I would recommend, especially if you are interested in student government here at CVU or representing your peers. But overall, CVU prides itself on the communities that clubs create, and we look forward to meeting the new members next year.
Hi everyone, my name is Isabella. I'm a junior this year, and I was on Nichols Core. A question that we've been hearing from a lot of incoming ninth graders is, what are the phone policies at CVU? So we don't have a specific school-wide policy for phones, but there are a few things that you should know and be aware of. Most teachers make their own rules about phone usage in their class, and they should generally let you know that on the first day. For example, a teacher's policy might be no phones at all, never want to see them, but then other teachers might be more lenient and say, yes, I do allow phones, we listen to music, things like that. You can always use your phone during a free block, during lunch, most times in advisory, and pretty much any time you don't have a class.
Hi, incoming ninth graders. My name is Lee, and I am a junior at CVU this year. Many of you were wondering about how much of a workload you should expect at CVU as a ninth grader. I am in Nichols, and during my ninth grade year, I had about the same amount of homework as I did in eighth grade. Although workload varies from core to core, and there is more that is expected from you in ninth grade than there was in eighth grade, the workload is manageable and nothing that you can't handle. Also, homework is given in world language and elective classes. However, I have found it very interesting and not very time-consuming. If you are ever having trouble with any of your classes, there are so many teachers and adults in the building that are more than happy to help you out. You can reach out to any of your teachers, and you can also meet with an in-school tutor at the Learning Center. Personally, I reached out to many of my core teachers during my ninth grade year, and they always helped me with anything that I was confused on.
Hi, my name is Maya Vanderels.
I am a freshman and I'm from St. George. A question that some of you guys had was if CVU has a pool. Sadly, we do not have a pool, but we have an amazing alternative, which is our fabulous fitness center. The fitness center is open to all students during designated times with supervision.
Hi guys, my name is Phoebe. I'm a junior at CVU in Chittenden House, and one of your questions was about what kinds of classes ninth graders will take. At CVU as a ninth grader, most of your time is spent in the cores with your core teachers, and this means that a lot of classes are predetermined for you. Typically, a ninth grader takes humanities, math 1 or 2, integrated environmental science, personal health, and project adventure, which is like a PE class. Your ability to choose comes in the forms of elective. This can be a world language. We have French, Spanish, and Latin. Many also choose to take Intro to Art, concert band, chorus, a design or media elective, or another performing arts. Your ability to choose increases as you get older, but ninth grade is a great way to start learning the ropes of CVU and figuring out some of your interests and really building great teacher connections and finding friends.
Hey guys, my name's Shane Skiff. I'm a senior, I'm in Chittenden House, and I'm going to be answering some of your questions about what sports and PE look like at CVU. CVU's got most of the sports. If you play it, we probably have it. We've got football, basketball, soccer, the list goes on. Most of these sports have 2 or 3 teams, varsity and then JVA and sometimes JVB, depending on how big the team is and how many kids try out. Practices and games for the sports usually take place on the weekends or after school. Hours for these kind of vary depending on the season and field and gym availability. Sometimes they'll have a game during the school day, but that's pretty rare. As for PE, freshman year or next year, you're all going to take PA or Project Adventure. It's a great class. I loved it. You do a lot of team sports and team building. Great class, a lot of time in the gym. Then you're probably going to take P-Fit sophomore year. That's more fitness-based. You spend time in the fitness center. You set goals. Pretty great class. And then you also probably take LTS junior or senior year. That's life team sports. Great class. A lot of team sports, as the name says. So yeah, that's kind of our options for PE. Hope you're all looking forward to CVU.
Welcome back, everybody. Shane and I are here to answer your questions, and we must have done a fantastic job because we only have one question so far. By the way, while I'm here, I just want to put in a plug for our awesome media center again. Thank you to Gary and Ken. So we have one question. There were a lot of comments about Fortnite, however. Do you know the Fortnite song?
I do not. I gotta say, I mean, I wish I did. But
you could sing it right now.
I'd love to. I've got a killer voice, but
I guess I don't. I've never heard it. We're not allowed to sing in school anyway right now, so we couldn't do that. But so the question that we have is around math, whether you're doing math 1 or math 2 as a ninth grader, and that is going to depend on what the recommendations are of your middle school teachers. So your middle school math teachers will make a recommendation, and we offer fine math classes in math 1 or math 2, so you'll be in good hands either way. And both of those are a full year course. So with that said, I think we are out of questions, and we are going to now share with you our CVU summer camp video. And pay close attention to this because this is a great opportunity to learn more about the school and feel more comfortable. Anything you want to say?
I don't think so.
All right.
All right. The audio, I'm getting word, wasn't really working on that last clip, but we're hoping to get that fixed in the future. All right, I guess we're going ahead. I'm closing. So every one of you is probably feeling a little different about the transition to CVU, and that's perfectly fine. New building, new faces, new classes, new teachers. That's a lot to take in. But I want to do my best before we end tonight to help maybe calm those nerves down a little bit. First of all, CVU isn't Williston, Heinsberg, Shelburne, Charlotte. It's CVU. It's a whole new community, and trust me when I say it's almost impossible not to make new friends from new towns. Not a single one of my closest friends today went to WCS with me, so try not to worry too much about all that social pressure because trust me, just being here, you'll make connections. Secondly, the food's pretty great. There's a creamy machine, a burrito bar, panini bar. The food's good. And honestly, so are the classes. I've been able to weld, I've made a bowl, I've dissected a cow eye. The list goes on. You're not going to be disappointed with your classes or your teachers. Finally, don't be afraid to make your own path. CVU is your high school. Everything you need to succeed is right here. And if you need a little help, the community is here to support you. Thanks so much for joining us tonight, and we can't wait to see you next year. Have a great night.